I find that funny because that's like what I'm getting beat up about the most is like, you're beating little kids and little girls. And I'm just like, I didn't intend to do that. Like, this was the first competition that I've been to that I actually wanted to win. It makes me really happy to see that there's kids that young that are in competitions and they're shredding and even placing in the high ranks. So that's like incredible. To me, that's not any reason to like not win a competition or something. Like, I'm not gonna go there and be like, oh, I'll go easy on them because they're kids. The skill level's, again, really determined by your determination, your tenacity to just like put yourself on top and through these obstacles. It has nothing to do with your age.
Do you think that you have a physical advantage?
Okay, I don't think so. Mostly because I mean, I don't really understand what that means besides like someone that's stronger. You know, like you would assume that a big man is stronger than a big woman. So, but me, I'm like, look at me, I'm not like buff or anything, you know? I don't work out really, I just skateboard. I don't think skateboarding has anything to do with physicality, especially when we look at like kids these days, literally kids.
There are some people who think that sport should be divided into 3 categories: biological men, biological women, and everybody else. What do you think of that?
I don't think that's the right answer. And that's pretty much like as far as that goes. Like, because there's so many suggestions, and it kind of goes in hand with all the feedback that I'm receiving from people. Like, a lot of it is negative and a lot of it is positive. Some of it is kind of just neutral, giving recommendations, and I love that, honestly. Like, I think it's all necessary. You know, like, people need to get angry, people need to be happy, and then people need to be in the middle, and then everyone comes together, and hopefully we come up with something. But as far as, like, segregating everything like that, I just, personally, I don't think that's the right way, only because, I mean, I don't know if any of my reasoning is valid, but I feel like that would be, like, calling us different, like a different human race or some kind of like different type of human, when we're not. We're really all the same in some way. Like, we all have so many things in common, although we look at each other and we know that we're all very different. So I just don't think that's the right one. Although I heard a really good one. You want to hear it? Okay, so this I'm not saying this is the right one either, but it's like the closest thing to what I've found to like some sense of equality, like something that's like weight orientated, like something based off of like body mass and weight, or we could even do like I mean, I don't want to say it this way, but because it's just so difficult when we're trying to create like some kind of like a controlled group of some sort, because there has to be some sense of like putting people in a box. You know, if you're a man, you compete there. If you're a woman, you compete there. And then it's like, at this point, it's like, well, she says she's a woman, but we don't believe her or something, and like, let's test her. So I took all these, you know, random tests, the testosterone test, the estrogen test, and like had to, I don't know if I probably got prodded like by a needle to get some samples to get that out. So it was like a little intrusive, you know? So trying to create a category would have to like, we would have to realize that there's gonna have to be some sort of line crossed as far as like the judgment that you're gonna receive, like you're being judged whether you're gonna fit in that category or not. But maybe like something based on the weight index, or maybe like experience, like how long have you been skateboarding? Because that's really what counts.
So you don't believe transgender women or men pose any form of threat to sports?
No, not at all. A threat? I mean, we're only beginning to see this now. So at this point, it's like, it's beautiful. It's part of the human experience. We're all fortunate enough to go through this together. We should kind of just experience it and continue considering all of our feelings and thoughts about it until we can do something that we're all happy with. It doesn't have to be threatening. It could just be fun, exciting, like being lost in a big city.
Leah Thomas, she is a transgender woman, and she has received lots of criticism from people who believe that she does have a physical advantage because of her background as a biological male. Do you see skateboarding as slightly different to other more athletic sports?
Well, I mean, I can't really speak for her and like what she's going through, but I would say so, like kind of, because you have like an external source. You know, your sport isn't just solely based on your body, as like, I don't know, sprinting or something would be. It's kind of like let's say like a race car driver. You know, like it doesn't really matter what you look like or who, whatever, like you can drive a car better than I do, regardless of our physique and such. So that's kind of where I would pin skateboarding, is like it's that, yeah. I'll keep competing because there are opportunities that are like almost like an instant growth. It's like picking up a little star or something. But I'm just skateboarding to be happy, honestly. So I just want to keep being happy.